I'd like to congratulate everybody up here. It's a credit to who you guys are as individuals. I don't think people realize how hard it is to accomplish what these young people have. Collegiate scholarships are not given to everyone.
Every coach would tell me that she was the most improved player they had seen. And she was awesome. She was a tough competitor and won some huge matches for us.
Was easily one of the most competitive girls on our team. There would be several times during our season that Coach Cadu and I would ask for somebody on the team to step up and make a play for us. And undoubtedly, it was always Danny who would do that. So I'm very much looking forward to hearing about the success that she has in her coming career, both academically and athletically, because she'll be bringing a lot of passion and a lot of fire for softball where she goes. So.
And I think anyone who's gotten to know Katie certainly knows how driven she is, how focused she is, not only as an athlete, but as a student. So it was no surprise that she was getting heavily recruited by schools like Williams, Harvard, Stanford. And everyone also knows that Katie never settles. She's an extremely hard worker, extremely driven, extremely competitive. I know she's going to continue that at Williams and hopefully bring them several national championships.
Perennial conference champion, perennial finalist at the state championships. She's qualified in every single event that you can as a swimmer, so that's quite an accolade to say about somebody who's that well-rounded. And had many schools looking at her and wanting her talents, not just for her swimming, but because of the person that she is, the student and individual. And it's been a privilege to have her as part of the team. Thanks.
Chandler is by far the hardest working lacrosse player in the state of Missouri. He's constantly working on his fundamentals, preparing for the next level. He's very deserving of the recognition that he has received from Colgate, and he wishes you all the very best.
The biggest thing about Elena is she controlled the middle of the field. She was one of the most dominant players in the area, and everybody that conspired to be able to do always had to work around her. She did a great job, and she obviously deserves to go to Johns Hopkins. Great job, Elena.
Mr. Devin Edwards. He is the current holder of the school record for touchdowns. 26 touchdowns this year in a season. He rushed for over 1,500 yards. He was a first-team All-State performer. And he's going to have the opportunity to go on to Missouri Valley and play college football. I told them about Mike because they asked you for your list of players, and you kind of go through, and I said, well, this is a first-team All-State player. The gentleman sitting next to Mike was a first-team last year. He's a second-team this year. And Mike was our team MVP. So I share that with you, and I share that with recruiters because, to me, that speaks volumes to who he is, not only as a football player, but who he is as a teammate to his team. I think he's highly respected by everybody in the building, and is second to none in his work ethic. And once again, congratulations, Mike, and going on with great. Yeah, you and I have had a lot of talks. He's taught me a lot about life, and I hope I've had a little bit of that on him as well. He's a special player, and I was, as one of the magazines up in Michigan called, and we're doing a story on him, and he said, you realize he's the first player from St. Louis in 50 years to sign with the University of Michigan. So that's pretty impressive in itself. He had several Division I offers, opportunities, and the reason I share that with you, and more to the young people in the audience, Jay, you did it right before 9th grade. He did it right back in grade school. He did things right his entire career, both academically and athletically, and it provided him with an enormous amount of opportunities to play collegiate football. I think, who he is as a person is more important to me than who he is as a player. And just like all the other two, I'll never forget you guys, and thank you for being a part of the program.